Are you looking for the best laptop docking stations? In this video, we will look at some of the 7 best laptop docking stations on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Satechi Dual Dock Stand. It's tough for laptop docking stations to stand out. Most of them are simply boxes that add extra ports to your laptop, but Satechi's dual dock stand breaks the mold. It sits neatly under your laptop and elevates it slightly and at an angle for better ergonomics. A collection of ports on the rear, including several USB ports and 3 monitor outputs, are conveniently placed so your desktop setup can stay connected, while cables are tucked out of the way. A hardware switch on the back lets you turn the dock on or off, and a small strip of rubber on the top ensures the laptop doesn't slide off. It has an NVMe solid-state drive slot in the bottom too. While no SSD is included, you can plug in your own, something like this will work, to give your dock storage to offload files from your laptop. I found this particularly handy for storing things like digital assets or applications I want when I'm parked at a desk but don't need to bring with me on the go. For example, when I plug my gaming laptop into a desk-based setup, I can access a larger library of games that are stored on the dock's SSD. The dock connects to your laptop via 2 USB-C plugs that run through a small plastic sleeve to line them up for popular laptops like the MacBook Air. Alternatively, you can pull the sleeve back to separate the plugs to fit other laptops with USB-C ports that are more spaced out. Most of the ports on the docking station can be run using just one of these cables, but you'll need both to use the 2 4K HDMI ports on the rear. Those 2 USB-C ports should be on the same side of the laptop since the cables aren't long enough to reach around the left and right sides of the laptop. Check your device's port arrangement before grabbing this one. The only downside? It doesn't come with a power supply like most of our other picks. However, the USB-C PD port on the rear supports up to 75-watt input, which it can pass onto your laptop. Number 2. Plugable USB-C Dual HDMI Display. Sometimes, all you need is a quick and easy way to plug your laptop into a couple of monitors, preferably without spending hundreds of dollars for the privilege. This dock from Plugable is perfect for that goal. It supports 2 monitors via HDMI and includes a healthy array of ports to connect the rest of your accessories. The dock itself is lightweight and made of relatively thin plastic. It's not as durable as some of the other aluminum docking stations featured in this guide, but if you plan to leave it on a desk, it's not an issue. The USB port collection is solid for most moderate data transfer needs. The USB 3.0 ports clocked around 400 megabytes per second read and write speeds in my testing, though notably, it has one USB 2.0 port on the rear, which tops out at around 40 megabytes per second. This isn't super useful for moving around lots of files, so if you plan to plug in something like a keyboard or mouse adapter, this would be the port for it. Number 3. Anker 568 Thunderbolt Docking Station. The Anker 568 docking station has seen a substantial price drop since I first featured it, and that has only made it more appealing. It supports a whopping 3 displays at once, though it's limited to 1 HDMI port and 2 DisplayPort connections. Fortunately, most monitors offer HDMI and DisplayPort, so it's not likely a huge issue. The docking station excels at powering all your other gadgets. The 2 front-facing USB-C ports are capable of putting out 30 watts of power each, which is more than enough to rapidly charge most phones or tablets. And the USB 4 port that connects to your laptop supports a whopping 100 watts of power delivery. I normally charge my phone at my desk and typically need a separate charger for my laptop, but with this docking station, I can power everything while only taking up one outlet. The 2 front USB-C ports hit up to 900 megabytes per second transfer speeds in my tests, even while supporting multiple monitors. There are a couple of USB-A 2.0 ports that are relatively slow, making them ideal for connecting peripherals like a mouse or keyboard. Number 4. Satechi Triple 4K Display Docking Station. Satechi's Triple 4K docking station serves a similar purpose to Anker's 568, but comes with a few upgrades. It supports 3 monitors, and while the first display output is HDMI only, the 2 others can be connected via either HDMI or DisplayPort. Each display supports up to a maximum of 4K resolution at 60 Hz, which is more than enough for most office or media work, though it struggles a bit with the super high frame rates you might want for gaming. In my testing, The USB ports are faster across the board than the Anker. The USB-C and USB-A ports on the front that were rated for 10 gigabits per second speeds were able to reach write speeds of around 900 megabytes per second and read speeds of 800 megabytes per second, which was in line with the Anker 568. However, they only output 7.5 watts instead of the 30 watts on the Anker. You do get a bonus USB-C port on the front that has around 400 megabytes per second read and write speeds. If you care more about transferring a lot of data rather than charging gadgets, this is the docking station to go with. It's also worth noting that even the rear USB ports reached similar 400 megabytes per second speeds, so while you can use them for peripherals, there's still the option of even more relatively fast data transfers if you need it. Number 5. Satechi Thunderbolt 4 Slim Pro Hub. Sometimes, simpler is better. This docking station from Satechi is small, made of sturdy aluminum, and comes with 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports on the rear, each of which is capable of up to 40 gigabits per second, which is so blistering fast that there aren't any devices on the market that can reach faster speeds. In my testing, I regularly reached 900 megabytes per second speeds, which is more a limitation of the storage devices I have and not the docking station itself. The only spec capable of faster speeds is Thunderbolt 5, and I only recently reviewed the very first laptop with a Thunderbolt 5 port. It's unlikely you have anything so fast that this dock can't handle it. On the front, there's one USB-A 3.2 port and one more Thunderbolt 4 port, though this is an upstream port meant to connect to your laptop. It can deliver up to 96 watts of power, which is more than enough to charge your laptop as long as the docking station is plugged into a power source. This layout is surprisingly clean, with only a few cables coming out of the back, and one running to your laptop. If all you need is to connect to a couple of monitors or high-speed data storage, and you like to keep your desk free of clutter, this is a great option. Number 6. Satechi Thunderbolt 4 Multimedia Pro Dock. If you do any heavy video editing, game design, or other types of work that involve huge amounts of data, this dock has all the bells and whistles for you. It's a thick dock, made of sturdy aluminum, and it can either lie flat on your desk or stand upright on its side. I prefer the former, but it's nice to have the option to take up less space. The docking station uses a Thunderbolt 4 port to connect to your laptop, which has plenty of bandwidth to handle a lot. It supports a lavish 4 displays at once, each up to 4K at 60 Hz, and it's stacked with high-speed data transfer ports. In my testing, the fastest ports reached speeds of up to 900 megabytes per second, which is essential for transferring huge media files back and forth. I used this docking station to transfer raw 6K video footage, and it made short work of one of the most demanding tasks I could throw at it. Best of all, it has UHS-2 SD card slots on the front, so you don't need a separate adapter for those either. Number 7. Ivanky FusionDock Max 1. It's hard to overstate how excessively luxurious this dock is. It's specifically for MacBook Pro users and can tackle up to 4 6K screens, something only recent MacBook Pros running the M1/M2/M3 Max processors can even put out. The Ivanky FusionDock Max 1 accomplishes this via 4 USB-C Thunderbolt 4 ports, each capable of 40 gigabits per second data transfer speeds. That connection enables a massive array of high-speed data transfer ports. There are 5 separate USB-A ports, each of which managed to exceed 800 to 900 megabytes per second speeds in my testing, and it was the same story for the 6 USB-C ports. Short of building a media workstation that would make a VFX studio blush, it would be difficult to push this thing to its limits. The only downside is that this docking station is Mac only. But if you're building the beefiest media workstation you can for the most powerful MacBook Pros on the market, this is it. Just put it all on the company card, because it's expensive.